Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. I am Walpurgis in Slime and Walpurgis in Madoka. Drooby-doo.
And I'm your local plumber here to tell you if you plan on cleaning your septic tank, always make sure to enter head first, so brony. I think you laughed so hard you cut off your day.
I that was not a laugh. That was not a laugh. I wheezed. Welcome back to the G&A podcast. We talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb. How are you doing, Oni?
I'm still recovering from last night. How are you doing, Drew?
Yeah, I'm also. Well, I'm just tired. I went to bed really late. I drank like half a Red Bull before because I was so tired. Just in general yesterday, I drank half a Red Bull and then I didn't go to bed till 6 a.m. So yeah.
Cool.
So that's where I'm at. A little tired. Just a wee bit tired.
Yeah, just a bit tired.
Just a bit tired, but I'm here. What was I gonna say? Something. Oh yeah, last night we had our karaoke stream. That was really fun. Oni, were you still arguing with people in Mementos?
I don't remember. What were we arguing about?
Do you remember? You don't remember?
Oh, underrated versus overrated. Oh yeah, whatever.
Yes.
The argument
I mean,
was.
that technically wasn't what we were arguing, but
oh no, underappreciated or something. Yeah.
We were discovering. I think we were arguing about what was considered underrated. We had very different definitions.
Yeah, which didn't make any sense. Yeah, I continued arguing with people.
No, because so I usually tap out with arguments in Oni once when he starts like
making sense.
When he starts making these bullshit analogies. Like I hope you know your go-to whenever you're like, oh, if something's X like this, is it like Michael Jackson? And if it's not, it's the complete opposite.
I don't
Nothing
know what
in between.
You're talking about.
You literally said. First of all, I'm so glad we could talk about this because it is definitely directed to anime.
Yeah, this is related somehow.
Yes, this is related. So basically, for y'all who were not there, I was arguing that Yu Yu Hakusho can still get a
remake.
A remake, thank you. Can still get a remake, but I still would never consider it underrated because of its impact and influence on anime. And yes, people who are younger than us obviously don't know. Like that's just literally how it works. I'm sure I could bet money, like just the way everyone, in our generation knows what Yu Hakusho is, and some of the most generation in the younger generation don't know, but some of them know of it at the very least.
But
they know what it is, and we can't expect them to watch it when it's not even readily available for consumption. But
that's why I need to remake.
And that I agree with you, but I don't think that's what makes it underrated.
My theory for why I say, or my reasoning for why I'm saying it's underrated is, well, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't say, well, it's not underrated. People just don't know about it. All right, so then it's underrated. Like you
no, and I say the younger, and I argue that the younger generation. See, I specifically say they don't know about it. Our generation is still big amount. Like we make up a like. Did you think the generation who watches anime? Do you think it's like 10% of anime consumption?
No,
I don't think we're that small.
There's a newer generation coming in, so the more new people who come in, the less they know about Yu Yu Hakusho.
But I'm saying that's like relevant to like basically everything. Like not everything. And this was a problem I didn't like about using Michael Jackson, because not everything can be timeless. You can't use Michael Jackson on everything.
Yes, you can. Well, in this case, you can, because people nowadays, regardless of their age, know about Michael Jackson and can appreciate Michael Jackson.
But like I'm pretty sure if we went to like a 10-year, if I can go to like a 10-year-old and ask them to name like 5 Michael Jackson songs, You think they can do it? Honestly.
If they were into music, probably, yeah.
Okay, that's
But
very
that's like,
idealistic.
but no, but like, with other anime, this works. Like, if you were to talk, even before we got Kai, like Dragon Ball Kai, or whatever, people still know what Dragon Ball is. Like,
But people
the
know,
newer
but the younger
generation, or
generation, but the
like,
newer generation know of Yu Yu Hakusho. They never seen it, but they know of
not
it.
for them, not as much as they know about like Cowboy Bebop or like Gundam or like those iconic, you know, timeless shows that everyone's gonna know about for all time.
I don't think that phrase can apply to every person who's young and watching. And like,
I'm saying it's one of the more obscure shonen. It's not like a service. Like, you would have to be like, not. It's not a mainstream show. Let's put it that way. I can't go up to like a random person and be like, "You remember Yu Yu Hakusho?" Whereas I can go to like a random person and be like, "Yeah, Naruto," and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, Naruto." You know what I mean? Or like, "Oh, Dragon Ball Z." Like, my father.
But yeah,
Dragon Ball Z.
yeah, but you know that makes sense because, well, besides the success that they had, they're also not as old as Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho came out when we were born.
Well, Dragon Ball is older than Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, okay, Dragon Ball. First of all,
and Dragon Ball Z is
first of all, no, yeah, when we say Dragon Ball, I mean Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z. No
one knows what Dragon Ball. No one. The way very few people.
I'm pretty sure Dragon Ball Z came out before Yu Yu Hakusho, actually.
Well, it definitely went on way longer.
Yeah.
And
my only reason I think Yu Yu Hakusho should be considered in that same tier as like Dragon Ball.
I feel like a lot of people who know it, they do, in my opinion.
Yeah, but not that many people know it. That's the problem. So it's not a popular mainstream recognized title like those other shows are, and I feel like it deserves to be. It's better than Sword Art Online, and Sword Art Online is...
Okay. I'm just saying there are more. I would just say that when we were kids, and obviously during the 90s, the anime was popular and like it had a very long running time. Like Yu Yu Hakusho has
I feel like even as kids,
power.
It wasn't super popular.
I just don't think they're not. The reason why it's not as popular, they're just not making content. Like the person who did Yu Yu Hakusho is like, I'm done. And that can't be helped. Like that can't be helped.
And that's why we need a remake.
Okay, but that doesn't make it underrated. He's just done. Everything else went on much longer. Everything went on much longer.
I just don't know what know what your definition of underrated is, because your definition of underrated
means like even before it became old, people didn't know what it like. People wasn't really like all.
But even then, like people weren't when it was out at like when we were kids. It was nowhere near as popular as Dragon Ball Z or Gundam or any of the other shows.
The way I was looking forward to watching Yu Yu Hakusho,
me too. But like it wasn't the same level as as Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon and Card Captors or anything. Like it wasn't even Inuyasha was way more popular than Yu Yu Hakusho was. Like it's always just been like a niche shonen. I don't know. I just feel like it deserves more credit and more love.
I think the reasons why aren't so much, oh my god, it's overrated. I think, and it has everything to do with the West, specifically Cartoon Network, kind of for some reason making the show like appear at like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're a real one, you stayed up for it. So But people, yeah. So I would just say it's not. I feel like it's the right amount of rated, and if it's not, like the reasons why it's not as popular, it makes sense. Like it's not as long. They didn't make like 1 million like OVAs and shit for it. They just like Homeboy just ran the series and like I'm done. It wasn't Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Unite, Dragon Ball plus minus, Dragon Ball Sword and Shield. You know, I don't know. I just feel like people. I feel like it's a lot of people. A lot of people our age know what it is, and that enough.
And I feel like when we go to Anime NYC, we're gonna have a poll. I'm gonna walk around with a poll and like have people check off the box of like what show they've seen, and I guarantee you, if I put Yu Hakusho in there with like all the other shonens, Yu Hakusho is gonna place on the bottom. It's not gonna be more popular than Hunter x Hunter. It's not gonna be more popular than Inuyasha. It's not gonna be more popular.
I don't know. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. Actually interesting. That's actually interesting because Hunter x Hunter is niche as hell.
It is, but that's my point. It's modern though. Like people are watching it now.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is
Isn't it ongoing?
Compared to Yu Hakusho, it's no. I think it's like on permanent hiatus because
hiatus, but it's still.
No, it's not currently airing. No, but it's being released on Netflix.
Okay,
so that's why everyone's like
more modern. People are still.
It's more modern. Like
I hear it talked about.
It came out around 2011, which is, that's 20 years later after Yu Hakusho. So it's like, it's not fair. It's not fair to compare something relevant. Compare something more recent to something that's 20 years ago. Why? That's like saying Hunter x Hunter. That's like me saying Hunter x Hunter comes out and everyone loves it.
Naruto. And Naruto's older than Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, but Naruto is still like running shit. Like Naruto is still.
Nah, that's Boruto. Sorry, Drew. Naruto.
No. In 2011, Naruto is still ongoing.
But all right, then it's not more popular than even regular Dragon Ball or like Gundam Wing.
Oh, Hunter x Hunter. Oh, good. That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Hunter x Hunter. I would say. It's. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is niche. You could argue that Hunter x Hunter is underrated. That because it's relatively, it's a much more relevant and recent anime, but yet not a lot of people know or what. Like, there's only like those people who are like, oh my god, Hunter x Hunter is amazing, which is I include myself in that group.
I don't know. I just feel like if you were to do a poll of all the shonen, like I can't even think of another shonen that would be considered like a good like a popular shonen.
The most I'd be willing to give you is that Yu Hakusho is one of the least most popular shows.
It's like it's the least popular shonen.
It's the least popular. But the fact that you said the word popular is right.
But like, comparatively, that's what I mean. Like it's all relative. I think it deserves more popularity for what it does. Is all.
Okay, that is fair.
Go watch Yu Hakusho if you haven't, people.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the reboot. Honestly,
we're never gonna get
that I pray will happen. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna hit up homegirl who made Sailor Moon and be like, "Yo, get your mans and tell him to remake a new Yu Hakusho series."
Yeah, we'll remake it. Done by
ask him.
JC Staff.
Oh my god, Annie.
It might actually be JC Staff though if they did.
Kyo Annie.
No. Well, yes, that'd be great, but no.
Yeah, right? It'd be too pretty.
Imagine all the boy blobs. Well, no, they would make it like free. All the dudes would be super like imagine Yusuke like fucking looking like the dudes from Free.
Exactly, and that's why all the straight men would be like, "Oh, you're so pretty," and then the food. Huh?
There was a lot of really cute girls in Yu Hakusho too. I feel like it was very balanced.
First of all, the boys, no, the boys were like literally everyone but Kuwabara.
Yeah,
literally everyone.
It was such a progressive show. They were all had a good balance between like the hot guys in there, hot girls in there.
Hello, listen, the way the Fujoshi would eat that shit up. Karama.
I think at one point when I was a kid, I'm pretty sure I had like a huge crush on Botan. Botan was cute. I loved her. And that fish girl from the Dark Tournament, the referee.
Oh, the MC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, she was pretty cool. Yeah, go watch Yu Hakusho, y'all. Fun fact, I actually finished it like a few years ago, like maybe like 3-4 years ago. I was like, let me go watch it, and I watched it all. It was all right. Like it was good. Yusuke had long hair. Like, he became
falls
Super
off
Saiyan.
after the Dark Tournament. I'll say that. Like the Dark Tournament is the peak of Yu Hakusho.
Agreed. It's very much Dark Tournament. It's the Soul Society arc of Yu Hakusho.
It was Soul Society before Soul Society was a thing.
Exactly. Dark Tournament versus Soul Society.
Dark Tournament.
Oh,
it might be nostalgia speaking. I don't know.
It is nostalgia speaking.
It might heavily be. Well, in both cases, because I haven't seen Soul Society arc in decades, but I feel like I don't know. Dark Tournament is so good.
Because the way I'm like, there's very little things that can. There's very little arcs that can beat the Chimera arc. But that's like unfair because Hunter x Hunter is just so masterfully written.
I feel like Soul Society arc was great just because of the politics. Like it was like watching everything crumble in the fucking king. Like it wasn't even the action scenes. It was just like watching the internal workings of this whole kingdom just like fall apart, Game of Thrones style.
Yeah, no, I get that, and I almost want to. You make me want to watch it. Almost, I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix.
It probably is. Bleach is on like everything. It's on Hulu, right. Netflix,
yeah,
Amazon.
If I'm bored one day, I might watch it. Excuse me, just to really see, because I definitely went back and saw like certain anime. I'm just like, it's literally this one extreme or the other. Either like, whoa, this was way more amazing than I thought it was because I wasn't paying attention because I was 5, or this was very extremely extraordinarily underwhelming. Why did I like this anime? There's no in between. None at all. Okay, let's get into the podcast.
That was the filler arc, by the way, guys. Just so you know.
That was the filler arc.
That was a preemptive filler arc.
Basically, I didn't even plan to do a filler arc. That was really just trying to wrap it up because tomorrow I'm going to the beach. So I was like, let me do this shit real quick and go to bed. But I guess that's not happening. Let's get started with our new segment, This Week in Anime. Starting with Tite Kubo pens a new Bleach one-shot manga, according to Anime News Network. This year's 35th issue of Weekly Shonen Jump magazine revealed on Monday that the magazine will publish a 73-page chapter. That's a lot.
Damn.
Of Tite Kubo's Bleach manga in the magazine's combined 36th and 37th issue on August 10th. A new episode for the manga will have a color page and will commemorate the 20th anniversary of the manga's launch. The magazine teases the story of the one-shot. Ichigo was invited to the Soul Society for a certain ceremony, but So I never actually finished reading Bleach. I feel like I should, even though they're about to release a new anime adaptation that covers the Quincy arc, essentially, I believe. Yeah, so they're gonna do that. So I might just wait for that. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was piqued because Ichigo looks really fucking hot in this picture. I'm not gonna lie, he actually it's definitely the haircut. It's definitely the haircut. I'm like, oh, see, that's doing something for me. I like that haircut and that pose. And there's Rukia in the back. She's like, in the back where she belongs, not being important.
I didn't know you were an anti-Rukia fan. Wow.
No, it's just they kind of Sakura'd her, so
yeah, that's true.
Like I'll never forget the day. Well, you didn't even get that far. Where she unlocked her Bankai. Finally.
Oh, no. I did it.
Yeah, she finally unlocked her Bankai, fighting like her former senpai. And homeboy's like, oh, that's cute, and then just lances her in her stomach and just waves her around like a fucking flag and throws her to the side. Like, cool, nice Bankai, and just
nice Bankai. Plop.
And yeah, just fucks her up. So after that, I was like, I'm not. Yeah. After that, I was like, all right, so got it. She sucks forever. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, definitely some nostalgia. If I can remember when it comes out, I'll definitely read it. And yeah. Oh, second piece of news, and this is very small. So, Terumi Nishi, who does the design, who's the character designer for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable. So I think that's like the most recent JoJo's.
Mm-hmm.
And Knights of the Zodiac, Saint Seiya, designed the animated version of singer Miley Cyrus for a recent Gucci fashion ad. I saw it and I was like, Miley, grr, because you know I don't have the highest opinion of her per se. But I will say the little art thing that she does when she transforms, I'm like, it's pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, everything's it's like JoJo's. Oh, sorry. Did you hear that?
No, what?
Oh, okay. No, I played it for a bit and that shit was loud in my ear. No, it's very pretty. It's what in my mind I hope they would do for JoJo's going forward, instead of making them look kind of weird and making their eyes really black, for like giving their eyes really black outlines for no reason.
I think it's just part of the art style.
Yeah, like hers looks good. It almost, it's kind of giving me like, yeah, like a softer JoJo's, like maybe like JoJo's mixed with like Carol and Tuesday.
That's a weird combination.
But more leaning more towards JoJo's. Yeah, no, it's really cute. Yeah, but that's all my news. Only what do you have for me?
One really quick fun piece of news. Basically, the Olympics are obviously going on, and there is an Olympic a couple of Olympic archers who are showing their love for anime on the stage. So one of them says, when he was being interviewed by the press, he said, "My heart feels like it's bouncing," which is a reference to a line from Is the Order a Rabbit, which is a fun, cutesy little slice of life anime. But the more significant reference comes from Deng Yu Cheng of the Chinese Taipei team.
Wait. Did you say it right? Because if not,
bad.
Chad gets to decide who you're serving.
Too bad.
Continue. Sorry.
No, by the way, my audio's all over the place because for some reason my computer keeps fucking changing the audio levels. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be a thing. Anyway, the Deng Yu Cheng says, or one of the fans had asked him, when you shoot off an arrow, do you say "I'm the bone of my sword"? And he says, "No, actually, I scream Stella." And he won silver in one of the Olympic competitions. So I guess he was just screaming Stella as he was shooting all the arrows. So
I mean, yeah, I assume he won it for archery. Yes.
So I'm glad we have representation. Us weebs have representation in the archery world.
Mm-hmm. I'm just here like, screw your medal collection. Show me your servants.
Mm-hmm. Nice silver, but do you have Tamamo?
MP5, mm-hmm. 10, 10, 10, max fode, level 100. Gosh, being in the fake community is exhausting.
Very
fun, but exhausting. I still haven't farmed today. But my failure as a master aside, I'm glad that indeed we have our representation. But yeah, so unless you have anything more to add to that?
Nope, all good here.
All right, we are gonna move right along into our weekly reviews. starting with Slime. Yeah, Slime season 2, part 2, episode 4.
Man, I really can't wait till stuff starts happening in Slime, so I have something to say here.
Me too.
They had a nice little bath scene thing. That was cute. I like the fairy.
Yeah.
The fairy's cute.
Ramirez.
Yeah. It's so hard to not say Ramirez.
Not Ramirez.
Ramirez, the fairy, you know.
Ramirez the fairy. I mean, well, I called her Tinkerbell.
I'm going with that. Tinkerbell was really cute this episode.
And she basically is anime Tinkerbell.
Yeah. I mean, she's like, I know what they're doing. They're doing this thing where it's like, oh, we need a comic relief. Quick, Veldora and Tinkerbell. Anytime this tension gets too boring, you guys are gonna do some stupid shit, and it's just gonna be comic relief, which I appreciate.
Yeah, but I still don't think it's enough.
No, it's not.
Definitely
they can't
not.
carry the entire show.
They really cannot. Even Shion is struggling to do so.
She had like one scene.
Yeah, the scene. It could have been better. I wasn't a huge fan of it only because she wasn't talking as much to it. It was just them kind of making fun of her because she can't take down notes properly. She's still cute.
Mm-hmm.
Still funny. Yeah, they kind of just like, oh, here's Clayman's plans. Like, let's discover what's happening with the plot. And I'm like, I already know most of this.
Yeah, they do this weird thing where it's like they'll reveal it to the audience, and then they'll have to reveal it to the characters. And I'm like, that's so repetitive. Like,
can we just do it at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they do it a lot, and I'm like, yeah. This time I'm just like, I'm bored. I want more, please. I want more, please. You know?
Yeah, I wish they would carry on with the actual plot. But it does look like it's setting up to be a good arc, though. I'm looking forward to see how.
Yeah,
I like that they introduce.
Whenever
yeah,
they decide.
When they decide to actually go with it.
Yeah, I mean, next episode is Walpurgis Night.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. See, like, have to watch Walpurgis Night here, and then have to watch Walpurgis Night in fucking Madoka.
Yeah, Walpurgis everywhere.
I like that they introduced like the 5 fingers generals of the Clayman. Ice Dude looks pretty chill.
Crickets. Anyways, that was cool that one of the spirits who looks over the forest, she was part of their little clique.
Mm-hmm.
She was one of the fingers. It was funny when they were mentioning fingers. He's like, "Oh, he's the middle finger." I'm like,
yeah, I thought they were gonna go some more joke route with that. I was like, all right, the middle finger, you say?
Gabin's like, wow, we learned that, the church was up to no good. Blah, 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 blah.
Is that a thing they do in anime? Like, is that a thing, like the 5 fingers? Because they did it in Overlord, too. That one, in, I forgot what season. It was like season 2 or season 3, where there was like the 5 fingers of the council or something. And then they all died at once. They all got killed in like 3 seconds.
Bueno. No idea. They definitely like saying like, oh, the 8 hands of something, like the hand, like the limbs of something, like to illustrate some kind of cohesive, like together they make one
unit,
powerful force or whatever.
I am the leg of the council of fingers.
I am the earlobe. I'm the earlobe of the kingdom.
Also, there was this weird predator-looking fucking doll thing that was walking around. I'm like, all right, that thing's fucking weird, but.
Oh, you mean Ramirez's golem?
Yeah, golem thing. It fucking looked weird. I don't know.
I don't know what her name was.
Predator.
Not
Her
Predator.
face is literally the Predator mask.
I mean, yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, you're not wrong though. But she seems cool.
Yeah, she seems pretty cool. But still, I don't trust her.
And then that's when you find out she's actually evil.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's hope that next episode something finally happens. Please, please, please.
I will not hold my breath, but okay.
Yeah, right. Same. All right, up next we have a Maidragon S episode 4.
How did you feel about this episode?
It was. It's kind of how I feel about slime, to be honest.
I know what you mean, but
not to that. Yeah, but not to that extent.
This was the weakest of the season so far for Maidragon. Yes. I still enjoyed it, but it was like 90% of my enjoyment came from that last section, and that's mostly because it had Kana and Saikawa in it. So.
Exactly.
I don't know, something about the Elma. I love Elma as a character, but like, I don't know, she's not that funny. Like her sections aren't that great. Like the whole first section was just kind of.
I feel like her. I don't know. I feel like her character isn't like super cohesive. Yeah, if that makes any sense. Like there's just like a bunch of random things about her.
She has a bunch of quirks, and it just like doesn't really like. She loves sweets, so they mock her about the sweets. Sometimes it's like she's incompetent, but now she knows how to do coding well. But she's also super. I feel like every time we see her, they just add some new quirk that she has. Like now she's super competitive, but she was never competitive before.
Yeah,
we never saw a competitive side of her.
Like we never saw like a rivalry. Mm-hmm. Like there was bad blood, but there was never like, you know, like a Sasuke Naruto rivalry between her and Toru. But now all of a sudden there is? Question mark? That doesn't make much sense to me.
I did like that they gave her some character development that was her trying to be like, in her own way, protecting Kobayashi by doing like not making her a quote unquote pillar of sacrifice or whatever. But I don't know. I just feel like they could have done that in a more fun way.
Yeah, it got too serious and it kind of took me out of it.
Mm-hmm. And especially because like the opening segment too. So I'm like, oh, that sets the tone for the episode.
Yeah, so when she started talking and she really was going into it, I kind of like started spacing out of it because I was like, oof, it's not what I want.
I will say this episode did get points for having the cutest outfit for Toru I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, that outfit was cute. And with that black tie on it too. Oh, so good. It was actually really cute.
I forget how like, because she's always wearing the maid outfits. I'm like, oh yeah, Toru is also incredibly hot. I forgot about that. She is super thick.
Yeah. Yes, you are right. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else I have to say about it? Oh, the thing with the gangsters was kind of cute.
Yeah, I feel like they. All right, so there was a few moments that were cute, like Toru pinky jabbing the dude, and then the dude getting fucking knocked up by a bear. That was great.
Yeah, Georgie, I would say got a lot of screen time this episode.
I love Georgie, so I don't mind.
Yeah, I was not mad about that at all.
By the way, that's also because I always hear it now. It's Mikuru's voice actor, so I'm like every time I hear Georgie speak, I'm just thinking of Mikuru.
Aw, that's cute.
Who coincidentally also was a maid. Maybe she just
You're right.
Voice actors have the thing for doing maids.
Maybe. But yeah, I think that's all I really have to say.
Well, I want to say that the whole thing was saved by Kana, so shout out to you, Kana.
Kana and Saikawa, and Lulu.
They should just get I want a whole episode that's just them three. I'm sorry, I love Toru and Kobayashi and them. I just want. Lukoa hasn't gotten much screen time, so I don't mind if she gets an episode or like a half an episode. But I want like a half an episode just to Saikawa, Iruru, and Kana.
Yeah, half episode, that'd be cute. I like that too.
Maybe they do it like half episode Lukoa, half episode Kana. Do it.
Yes, please. Onegaishimasu.
Do it, Kyoani.
All right. Up next, we have Higurashi no Naku Koro ni Sotsu, episode 6. Yes. Yeah, I think it's my episode of the week.
Same.
Yeah, I was.
It's kind of like damning with faint praise because there's not much else this week that I was like blown. Well, there is one other show that I was blown away by. Actually, no, I'll still give it to Higurashi, but yeah.
I, I, I'm going to be completely
I know why it's your episode of the
transparent.
week.
Yes,
Yeah.
because literally the way Mion just threw Rika's body against the wall and just curb stomped her into a toilet.
I had just got done saying, man, at least Rika died with dignity.
And I was like, and I was just so quiet, like, oh, if only you knew.
What is Mion's problem?
Because she's mad.
I don't even like. It's so disrespectful though. Like, damn,
it really.
She could have like set Rika down. It's the malice. Like, she could just set Rika down and like push her gently through the hole. Nope.
No, she doesn't.
Roll her at the wall.
Well, to be fair, Rika's an idiot and had to go all. I'm crazy now, and let me talk about everything's over and curse everyone.
Do you see what I mean now? Like, she has the worst survival instincts, and does nothing to help her situation ever.
You're right. I was maybe too hard. No, sometimes she just gets big mad and just is like, that's whatever.
She throws in the language of MOBAs I've gotten back into. She throws super hard because she just.
I mean, to be fair,
she's behind in lane and just fucking throws the game.
Oh my gosh! Shut up. All right, Mr. Pokemon Unite. Oh, I want to play. Anyways, but yeah, it's like, okay, you could just like off yourself and go to the next world. Why would you say something that's gonna, put you in a position where you're just going to be suffering?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure you'd rather just like, I don't know, overdosed on sleeping pills than, Yeah, that's the thing. Why can't you just take a bunch of sleeping pills and die that way? Because
she likes to be extra.
Yeah, Rika's a drama queen.
She really is.
She's actually a drama queen. Where you can kill yourself by going to sleep and never waking up.
I never got to the part, like, yeah, when she, like, even in the last arc when she was like, oh, well, I gotta kill myself. Let me just slit my throat and then stab my, like, Rika, there's other ways. Even drinking poison probably pretty bad too.
Yeah, no, drinking poison is also kind of a not fun way to go.
Well, this is why I like Satoko, though, because she thinks about these things. She's like, damn, nah, slitting my throat hurts. I'm gonna buy a gun.
Yep, she's like, oh yeah, that one time I slit my throat sucked. I don't want to do that again, so I just shoot people and myself.
Which, by the way, I fell in love with Satoko all over again this episode because she's such a
She is really a bad bitch. Like, she is cold-blooded, and it's just like, I don't like her. It's like,
I love to hate her.
Exactly, but like I respect her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're a terrible human being, but goddamn,
like, she's just so malicious too. Like, she blew off Mion's fingers, and then kicks the gun and like, oh,
like, exactly, and then she kills Mion. She didn't have to kill Mion.
That was actually funny though. Yeah, she didn't have to, but it was funny because Mion is laughing like, I killed Rika. And then Satoko's like, oh, okay, good. And I was like, what?
Boom.
Oh, yeah, she didn't have to do any of that, but she did. Let me love her. You know what she reminds me of? Erika from Umineko. She's basically mini Erika at this point.
Yes, which is so funny because Erika's existence. That's what makes it funny. I'm trying not to spoil it. If you know, you know.
Exactly. She's hilarious to watch.
Exactly. She is basically like that. Maybe not as funny.
No, she hasn't reached cartoonish stupid
cartoonish villainy like Erika did.
Like, Erika can literally walk into any scene and make it fucking. I feel like Erika may be a combination of Rika's drama queenness and Satoko's villainy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's it. That's exactly what it is. 100%. Let's see what else happened. Oh yeah, once again, it's some of those scenes where you're just seeing Satoko work her magic, and now, like, looking back on it, it's just like, ugh. Like, now Satoko, Yeah, now Satoko implicating Keiichi when Rika goes missing. It's like,
Yeah,
it's like you didn't have to do that.
true. It's nice to see though, because like even though we're rewatching the same scenes, it's like you're rewatching it in a totally different light. Because whereas before it was just like, oh yeah, this is kind of weird. Why is she blaming Keiichi, and what happened with Mion? Why did she see somebody? Now it's like, oh, Satoko's specifically trying to like indict Keiichi on a murder, and Mion is like shielding him. Yeah, it's just
exactly. She's trying to frame Keiichi for her murder, and Mion's like, no, you can't be framed for my murder.
It's like a murder game. On the first watch, it's just a weird thing, and the second watch is like fucking a hot potato with murder.
That's one killer potato.
Yeah. I know a couple of people were. I saw some people in like talking about it where they're upset because there isn't as much like, and I'm partially in this boat too. There's not as much like mind blowing twists in this season of Higurashi, but I'm fine with it because it's entertaining. And Higurashi doesn't have to always be like mind blowing, like oh my god, the twist.
Also, like, listen, I know this is biased and not fair, but if you watch Umineko, I already have enough. You already gave me enough.
Yeah, as I was gonna say, and Umineko did this too, where it was like, yeah, there was a lot of twists and crazy, insane shit, but there was also a lot of chapters in Umineko that was just like, fuck it, we're just killing everybody.
Exactly.
And that's what we are in Higurashi now.
But specifically, I'm saying, as someone who watched Umineko, I already got my plot twist. Oh, yeah. I already got. People who watch, who read the visual novels, you already got your plot twist.
Yeah,
it's a pretty huge one. It's a pretty huge one. And people who play Umineko, it's like, oh my god, like,
exactly.
Yeah, and that's kind of why, like, it's what I like, but what I don't like about this series. It's like, I mean, no, I won't say I don't like it. I can understand how other people. I'll say I understand how other people don't feel. Or how other people do feel. Excuse me.
Same.
Like if you're like, well, whatever, it's not as crazy as last one. I'm just like, no, it is. You just there's just things that people who see more of it, they have more context about. That's all.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. Unfortunately, it's only a 15 episode season, so
wait, what?
Yeah, it's only 15 episodes.
Oh, this season?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why that made me freak out. But...
So my guess is because we're gonna go into the next arc, which is like the whole Teppei arc, but so we probably won't get to the new stuff, quote unquote.
Yeah, I think this is the end where it ended last time, where she had to pull out the gun.
Yeah, which might be like around episode 10 or 11, maybe even 12, depending on how hard they want to go with this next arc.
Yeah, so maybe they'll have one new arc, maybe.
That's what it's looking like.
But
knowing Higurashi, it's going to be like, that's going to be the one that's going to be fucking insane.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, we can chill for now. But you know what? I take that back. Nah, y'all got enough plot twists. Even with like the whole thing with Satoko.
That's like one of the biggest plot twists ever. So
Yeah, I feel like y'all be alright.
You'll live.
You will live. You got plenty. You actually got plenty. Even without all the other stuff, the Umineko stuff that we know, it's still like a lot. And you know how I know? It's because I've explained this to my other friends who've never seen Higurashi. They still struggle with whatever the fuck's going on. They're like, wait, what just happened?
What is going on? I feel for people who have not seen the original Higurashi and are watching this.
Whew, yeah, it's they're just confused, and they're just like, why is everyone dying in all this way? And why did Rika have to kill herself like that? And I'm just like, it's just canon at this point. Yeah, good episode.
Yes,
good episode.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. I'm still laughing. Homegirl just getting kicked out. like, like it was the fact that how Rika's body looked when it was just like stuck in there with her arm just up,
He's like flailing
and
in
like
the air.
and half her head is like sticking out the toilet. Like, oh my god, how unsightly. I know there's something wrong with me for laughing at that so much, but
No, I feel like it's definitely meant to be funny. Like it was one of those unintentionally funny moments.
yes. Okay, let's move on to Genjitsu Shugi Yuusha no Okukoku Saikenki episode 5.
This episode automatically loses points because the main character has absolute garbo shit taste in women because he does not appreciate the dark elf at all. Fuck him.
Oh my god.
That literally got me angry. She looks super hot in a school uniform, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know, whatever. You look plain." Like, what? She looks plain to you? I don't understand the show. Why are they all ragging on the dark elf? She's like literally probably the hottest girl in the whole show.
I mean, I found that part kind of funny because I didn't expect that to happen.
I find their lack of taste horrendous. Maybe I'll find it funny after I get over my shock.
Yeah, you'll live. Oh no, this 2D character doesn't exist. Doesn't have the same opinion about this girl. I find attractive.
But it's not even like it's just
offended.
weird because they're treating her like she's plain and stupid. She is kind of stupid, but she's not plain. She's just like,
yes, I'm like
she's by like first off, none of the girls are ugly. They're all super hot, but like it just feels weird. Like I don't know. Like even if you don't find her personally attractive, I think you can acknowledge that she's an attractive character. So it just feels weird that you're slandering her like this.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I get his thing and saying like you don't. I will say it kind of felt a little forced.
It was forced. It's like all right.
Yeah,
so
it felt a little forced because like I was with him up to I was with him when he said, yeah, I didn't, even though like she looked, I mean I guess yes for a girl with big tits, yeah, and a nice body, yeah, she in terms of that aesthetic, yeah, she looked good, but he's like, this isn't exactly what I think about when I think about dark elves, so it's like it's kind of weird. Like I was like, I kind of understand that. That I understand. Yeah, when they started doing like the whole letdown thing, it was forced. It was still kind of cute that they're picking on her, but it still did feel kind of forced.
Yeah, it'd be like if I was watching Fate and then like I was watching Heaven's Feel, and then like Sakura is not my type, but if Sakura shows up naked, I'm not like, oh, dog, get out of here. Who brought this plain looking woman here? She's not hot at all, like Rin. Like no.
Okay, well, I feel like Sakura became everyone's type after Heaven's Feel.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. Well, I still prefer Rin over Sakura.
Yeah.
I can acknowledge that Sakura is super hot though, without having to be like, oh, she's plain. But that aside,
yeah, yeah, like it was like I didn't mind it. I feel like it was one of those things that I'd rather take that than nothing.
Yeah,
because without that, it would have been nothing.
Yo, they spent like half the episode talking about a jelly that they served as udon.
Yeah,
that was the cliffhanger from last episode.
Yes, we ate a monster, and I'm like, people who make this anime, that's not as impressive as you think it is. I know this may come as a shock, but it's not that amazing.
No, it wasn't.
Let's see. The thing with the Prime Minister was, I guess, a thing. It was a scene in the anime.
This anime had a scene, and it was a scene.
Exactly. It came and it went. Prime Minister was like, haha, time for me to retire and take my money. And then he's like, you're not getting money. And he's like, well, I guess I'm still working.
I did like the little at the end of the episode, the little conversation they had about polygamy.
Yep. And she's like, you can have a maximum of 8 other wives.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with 8 only. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, only 8.
I'm like, that's a lot.
I like how the other girls just assume that they're going to be picked. Like, they just start talking about, like, oh, yeah, well, I can have him one day, and you can have him. Like,
yeah,
this guy has
have
shit
him.
taste. You're not picking. Oh, that was the other thing that upset me when he was like, oh, I'll get nervous when I talk to hot girls. I'm like, you motherfucker.
That was kind of rude.
That was, first off, yeah, it was extremely rude. Second off, yeah, Juna's hot. So is the other 2 girls at the table, you asshole. This guy has weird taste. I don't know, like where he considers these 2, the princess and the dark elf, as regular girls or something, or plain, and then Juna's.
Maybe plot twist. He comes out and he's like, "Nah, I actually just like guys."
That'd be a worthy. It will explain why the guy's the prime minister, the black-haired dude.
Yeah, that's explain why.
Actually, take this dude as one of my marriage partners.
Exactly. Alicia is just, she has to be the queen, but I'm also gonna get married to the prime minister.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Sure. Let me just marry everyone in my court. Like,
I mean, I wouldn't be against that.
I want more harems that deal with bisexuality. I want that.
I feel like that's not really a popular. Like, I can't even think of one harem.
I can't either. I can think of harems where there's like a guy who's into the main character, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but that would be cool.
I can think of harems where it's like the girls are into each other and the main character.
Yeah,
but not. It's never like a guy and another guy. No.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's time. I will put up with that. That would be cute. I think, in my opinion.
Well, good luck with that.
Yes, I know. so basically, like on my deathbed, the first episode.
Actually, funny enough, I'm not gonna say anything.
Funny enough. What are you not gonna say?
I was watching Castlevania, and let's just say it's not technically an anime, even though it's like Avatar.
It's not, yeah. Style. Yeah.
But it does have a bit of that.
I won't call it harem, but yes,
it's not a harem anime, no. But there are like.
Nah, he did. Oh, spoilers! Yeah, he just fucked the twins.
Oh, you saw Castlevania?
Yeah, I see it.
I didn't see it. But yeah, he fucked the twins. There you go. That's the closest you'll get.
And then brutally murdered them.
Killed them.
I feel so bad for him. Alucard, why? I just want the best for you. But to be fair, those kids were kind of weird. Like I got Stranger Danger vibes from them.
Oh yeah, they were like super. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I don't trust these two.
Yeah, when they were like, and then we can have some fun and stuff. I'm like,
not just anytime anyone's having sex in Castlevania, it's because they're getting ready to kill the other person or like.
No, the fact that they were twins and getting ready to have sex with him, I'm like, no. To
be fair, Alucard has nothing to like. What are they gonna do? Try to kill him and fail because he's a fucking immortal vampire, a magic sword that telepathically severs things.
I mean, they didn't know about the sword.
Well, that's their problem. That's not Alucard's problem.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's so crazy. At some point I'm just like, are you gonna take their bodies down? No. Like, cause he kept them up like forever, and I'm just like, oh, I couldn't imagine putting up bodies of people I had intercourse with in some form or fashion.
It'd be a bit weird.
Like, right? Like I maybe like a couple of days, and then it's like you saw those bodies like rot. Mm-hmm. Like, and you were It was like, oh, you were sexually active with those rotting bodies that you're walking past every day.
Before they were rotting though, so it's like
before they were rotting, but it's like, oh, that's still
yeah.
You know,
I see what you're. Yeah,
yeah.
It'll kill the mood.
Right.
Especially if you bring someone new in.
I was about to say a drunken rendezvous out, you know, bring someone home and be like, who are these guys?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about them. You know, they're a bunch of robbers. No relation, especially sexual ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, but yeah. Well, so I'm looking forward to my bisexual harem one day.
That half our talk about this episode had nothing to do with the show, but okay.
That's
cool.
Okay. Yeah. Well, next time, make a more interesting episode.
Yes.
Thanks. Now let's move on to Tantei Wa Mou, Shindeiru, episode 5.
Man, going from a show we have nothing to talk about to a show where everything fucking happened.
Yeah.
Was it just me, or did I feel like I watched this and I felt like I missed an episode?
Understandable, because they kind of was like random flashback beach episode.
Yeah, but like last episode, they ended. There was like an after credit scene where it was like setting up that they were gonna do something with what's her name, the blonde girl, Charles, and the main character. And then this episode had nothing to do with that, and it was just like, yeah, random beach flashback episode.
Yep. And you get to see Charles for 5 seconds,
and it's not even her; it's the werewolf.
And it's not her.
Yeah,
it's the wolf dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm a werewolf and a shapeshifter.
Yeah, and also he gets killed, and then a girl shows up, and then captures the main character.
The way I saw her, I'm just like, Are you Nobunaga?
Yeah, me too. Like, oh, the fake collab.
Right.
This episode just kept escalating into like really random shit, and I was not comfortable with the pacing at all. Like, we went from the random beach fan service episode to there's a werewolf in Paris moment to there's now a random girl hunting us and has me chained up in a dungeon to, oh yes, here's Siesta in a mech coming through to save the day. It was like a fucking fever dream of an episode.
It was, but I was fine with it.
It was entertaining.
It introduced a lot of things. Like, for example, you know who like the head honcho of Spez is. We know that, you know, eventually she's trying to recruit him. Apparently, you know, the Witch Agreed also gave her a book that tells the future, and
damn, it's ReZero territory now.
Yep, and she's like, "You're gonna join me anyways." So now it's like, ooh, is he really gonna become the villain?
Well, that's the thing. Like, with flashbacks, we know what's gonna happen. I mean, to some extent, but I do appreciate that we are getting flashbacks because this gives us an excuse to get more Siesta.
Exactly, which I knew they were gonna do.
I mean, I knew she was gonna die totally. I thought she was gonna come back as like a ghost or some shit, but this works too.
No, why a ghost?
Yeah, because a ghost would be totally weird for this show.
All right. I was literally about to correct myself. Relax. I was just about to say, you know, there's plenty of supernatural stuff happening in the show. I could have done with a little more humor outside of the beach episode. That would have been nice.
Mm-hmm.
Just me personally saying. But yeah, it was, yeah. I guess because a lot happened. It's kind of one of those episodes I blink.
It just felt like it was all over the place to me. Like, it was entertainingly all over the place, but it was still all over the place.
I mean, they were just working a case. And
what was the case? Like the case kept escalating to like
it was a someone.
shit.
It was a serial murderer.
It was a serial murderer that turned out to be a werewolf that turned into
hearts.
be me being kidnapped into a dungeon. I want to know how Siesta got that mech and where that the whole story behind that is.
Okay, like yes, the mech thing was kind of off, but everything else was like fine in my opinion. It was like
I feel like they could have just stuck with them hunting a werewolf and that would have been fine.
No,
they didn't need to introduce this new girl.
What's wrong being,
like it just feels like
introduced to the main baddie?
But they could have introduced her in a more like thoughtful. I don't know. Like it just seems random to throw. It'd be like if I was watching a Batman movie or show, and then like Batman is facing off against Penguin, and then like in the first 5 minutes of Penguin showing up, he just gets killed, and it's actually about the Riddler. It just feels weird. Like, why did you set up this whole thing with the werewolf dude if you're just gonna kill him off in 2 minutes, and then make for that you could just made the whole show about like there was no reason for the werewolf to be there. Like he didn't do anything.
I mean, he was just a pawn.
He was a pawn, but it could have just as easily just been this girl was running around stealing people's hearts, and now we tracked her down.
Yeah, but she's a supreme leader. Why would she be doing all of that work?
Oh, why even bother introducing the werewolf? It just I don't know.
I guess I'm fine with it. Like it didn't do too much that I was like, whoa. I don't know. Maybe there wasn't a lot happening this week, so I was just like, I'll take the crazy shit that I can get. All right, let's move on to Magia Record, season 2, episode 1. Finally,
ooh, I just remembered I don't have a picture for this, so deal with that. People watching the video on YouTube,
right? And at this point, I'm like, we are a podcast. You just have to listen to us. To be fair. I think the pictures are for me.
Yeah, sorry, Drew.
It helps editing.
I'll change it to. I'll change the picture to slime. That way you know.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, this was I would say it's a good first episode. Not what I expected.
This is what was going to be the other episode of the week potentially for me.
Yeah.
The animation was so clean.
Oh my god!
So
yes.
Shaft A team working on this, not the G team that they had working on last Encore.
Yeah, no, this is it. Yeah, it was. Everything was beautiful.
I was kind of surprised to see it being Monica and Sayaka and all the original cast.
Yep,
too.
oh, the whole original. Exactly, that's what gagged me.
I was like, am I watching the right show? What the fuck?
Right.
I actually completely forgot the original cast is also in this spinoff.
Yeah,
it's just like a different timeline.
It is. It's before the timeline that we see in the original.
Mm-hmm.
Because Homegirl. Unfortunately, Homura still kind of sucks.
Yeah, we have the shitty Homura Lily that doesn't do shit.
Right.
We don't have badass Homura yet.
Yeah, not yet. We don't have her yet.
I had to refresh my because I feel like it's been so long since we saw the first season of this.
Yeah, I had to watch the last episode again,
and I remember yeah, right. It was a giant battle between Mami and Sayaka.
Mami, Sayaka, the other two girls whose names I forget. But I can't tell if is this after she tried to rescue Mami?
Yeah, so it's like directly after that.
Yeah. Because that's when Sayaka's all like sad and shit. Because he's like, no, I couldn't save Mami. She's not the same anymore. Why?
I still stand Cube for being an asshole. I'm like, you did. I love that they brought that scene back where it's like,
right. They're like, oh, this is what happens. Why didn't you tell us? You didn't ask.
Me.
Oh, ass.
I love Cube.
Fuck Cube.
I like Sayaka's taking Kyoko's stick, and she's just like, I'm gonna, or no, who did it? It was not Kyoko, it was Homura. She just like stabs Cube, like, fuck you for lying to us. And
yeah, basically. And then she's like, "Oh, time to fall into depression again."
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, "Oh, girl, it's always you."
At least she got over it quickly. This was like a super short depression for her.
Yeah,
She got over it in the
definitely.
same episode.
Yeah, Madoka's like, "Aha! If you don't,
Oh yeah, that was pretty ballsy.
I'm never coming back. So come save me, or else I'm gonna die. Bye."
That's one way to go about it. Like, Sayaka, get off your ass. I'm dying. Go. Bye.
Also, I'm looking forward to watching Madoka actually fight in this season because
Yeah, she never
as you
did in the
remember,
original.
exactly. That's one thing I was like, there's something weird about this that doesn't make any sense besides Homer, and I can't put my mind on it. I'm like, oh, Madoka's actually magical girl this time.
Mm-hmm. So that's really cool. I like that they used their powers in like tandem at the end too, where it was just like Madoka shot her bow, but she also shot like Sayaka forward, and we had the time stop from Homer. Like they actually do teamwork. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I like that Madoka isn't
useless.
You know, yeah, she's not useless. She's not like homegirl with that little crossbow shit.
Oh god, I forgot it. Iroha's here.
Exactly.
Wait, no, Iroha's useful. She could transform into a witch.
Yeah, that makes her good.
Yeah.
Not her actual
not her
powers.
Yeah, not her real powers.
Yeah, but yeah, Madoka is like, I can fire a bow, and one bow is like 50 arrows, and so I'm like, okay, that's kind of strong.
There was a after credit scene too with.
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't? Are you gonna watch it now, or should I just say what happens?
It depends. How long is it?
It was like a minute. It's pretty long, actually.
Okay, yeah. I'm like, it was like a second, sure.
No, it's like a whole scene. It's if you remember from the first episode, you probably don't remember, but the first episode of the first season of last season, where Iroha had a friend that was another magical girl.
Kudoe, her, I do remember.
Yeah, she walks into that hotel that they were talking about. Oh, well, that's also so. What's her name? The Homura clone from last season goes around like shanking magical girls, asking them for more information about the cult. And then one of the magical girls tells her, "Oh, there's like a hotel that we hang out at, but you can only go if you're invited." And then like transitions to the hotel, and it's Kudoe there opening the door, and she goes in, and she's apparently working for the cult. And then she gets called to a room, and it looks like it's Iroha's sister in the room, and she's like the leader of the whole organization, or at least of that hotel.
Bum, bum, bum.
So that's gonna be interesting. And then she asks Kudoe about Iroha. So, dun dun dun. We'll see.
Well, shit.
Nice setup for the next episode.
Absolutely, I'm super excited for everything.
Also, this is also a short season. It's only 8 episodes.
8 episodes only. Aww. Not starting late and ending late.
Damn it!
I mean, and ending
early.
Oh well.
Yep.
Final anime of the podcast for this episode. My Hero Academia, season 5, episode 18. So I think I like this episode because it was one of those episodes everything happened so quick.
That's
like
true.
I didn't believe the episode was over until the end of credits. I was like, wait, no. Like, where's the rest of it?
Yeah, this was a super quick episode. And that's good because I like the fast, like compared to the last few episodes where it's been very slow paced and awkward for My Hero. This one was just like bang, 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 bang.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nicely.
Some villain planned to kidnap Natsu.
Yeah, I like when My Hero. I forget that My Hero does dark stuff sometimes, which this episode was pretty dark. Like the implications of it, like the villain is like, "Yes, I want Endeavor to kill me, so I'm gonna kidnap his son."
Yeah. And takes the boosters and blah 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 blah.
My suicide scheme.
I'm like, all right, girl, you're doing a lot.
Calm down.
Also, my new favorite character is definitely Endeavor's chauffeur.
Oh, that was.
I don't know who he is, but he's awesome.
Even like little characters like that have so much personality.
Yeah,
I love that they put so much attention to detail.
Yeah, so much personality, and I like his design as well. So he was really cool. I like him a lot. You know, God, it really feels like the scene just went on by. I feel like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Or only the rescuing of Natsu happened. But I feel like that should not have been 20 minutes.
Right.
Like in my mind, it felt like it was only 10. But anyways, and some of the animation was cute. You know, that moment when Endeavor is like being haunted by Natsu's like words in his head, but then the three kids kind of cover for Endeavor and save him anyway, and like save everything. The car slipping over, whoever having a Bakugo, and Todoroki taking out Homeboy.
Yeah, and I like that they all had to use their moves that they were training. Like they could learn to master his string thing.
Bakugo not string thing.
His compulsion. What was it? To move faster. And Todoroki used his fire and his ice.
Yeah, like way far more efficiently. Like enough that they can cover for Endeavor.
Exactly.
But of course, that was also very cool. But also when Endeavor is like embracing Natsu.
Oh yeah, that was a really sweet scene.
That was, and then they had like this whole deep conversation of all the traffic and shit.
Yeah. People were pissed. They were like, "I just want to get home."
Yeah,
and I like that Endeavor. It feels like a real moment. Like I think we were saying before, like he has to earn the moment where it's like he gets redemption or whatever. And it felt like that because he genuinely just like stopped. It was like, I don't know how to handle the situation. I'm a mess right now, and I feel like that was a perfect trigger for him. So I
and they had a real conversation about everything that happened, and he's like, you don't have to forgive me. I just want to atone. And I was like, yes.
Yes. They didn't go the fruits basket route where we're like, oh, Akito did all this bullshit. We forgive him.
Yeah. So this redemption arc could potentially make Endeavor like one of the best characters.
I think he's had a great arc.
Yes, this is great so far. I'm just like, and it's not like they're gonna kill him. They can't retire one number one hero and then immediately kill the next one.
Plot twist: Hawks was really evil the whole time,
and then actually just kill him, and then he ends up being number one.
Yeah, he's like, yes, now I'm the number one hero.
But no one knows he's evil. That he killed Endeavor.
Maybe.
I hope that doesn't happen.
That'd be fucking crazy, though.
I would lose my shit and also be very sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. This is a strong episode.
Yeah, it really was.
And
I think that's the end of this arc because next episode preview showed them like, oh, we're going back to school again, and I'm like, fuck.
Yep. That means the final arc. It's those days like what happens. So it's like that's a good thing.
Is it though? Because there's only like 6 episodes left in the season.
I'm assuming those 6 episodes are gonna be the whole arc. You could put an arc in 6 episodes.
Let's put it this way: they're gonna put the 6-episode arc, and it's gonna be shorter than the whole fucking training camp thing that we got in the first half of the season. That lasted like 11 episodes.
Yeah,
which kind of feels awkward. I don't know. The pacing might be an issue. I don't know. I didn't read the manga, so I don't know how big this arc is or whatever, but it would just feel weird from like a structure standpoint.
I can see that, but only time will tell. Time will tell. But that being said, unless Oni has anything to add,
I do not.
That concludes our weekly review. As you said in the beginning of the episode, we finished our filler arc back then. So yeah, and that just concludes the podcast in general. So Oni, if you be a dear and take us away.
Guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the G&A podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you catch all the episodes as they go up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party over on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. You can even become a patron or a channel member like all these lovely people on screen right now. Get yourself some awesome benefits like access to our members-only Discord channels and access to our live watch. And Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Before you guys go to sleep tonight, just ask yourself, what kind of Walpurgis Knight are you?
Yes, be the Walpurgis Knight in your heart. Until next time, this has been Sobroni, and
Druvidu.
we'll catch y'all later. Later.
Bye.